Tourism is slipping. Hotel rooms are sitting empty. Small businesses are closing their doors. And even the casinos, the heartbeat of the Strip, are feeling the slowdown. Las Vegas, the city of lights, luck, and legendary nights, is quietly struggling. So now in this crisis, the city is placing its biggest bet yet. And it isn't on blackjack, it's on Formula One. The Las Vegas Grand Prix 2025 is being sold as the event that could light the Strip back up and jumpstart the entire local economy. It promises roaring engines, blinding lights, and nearly $1 billion in economic impact. But here's the real question. Is this just another flashy weekend for influencers and high rollers? Or can it truly pull Las Vegas out of its tourism tragedy? Current silent streets. To understand what's really at stake, we first have to look at where Las Vegas stands right now. When you strip away the neon lights, the big concerts, and the flashy hotel commercials, the reality underneath isn't nearly as bright. Over the past year, the city has seen a steady decline in the numbers that matter most. Hotel occupancy has slipped below 80%, which is a big drop for a place that normally stays close to full, and passenger traffic at Harry Reid International Airport dropped 8.5%. Yes, average room rates are higher, but that isn't good news either. It simply means many travelers are choosing cheaper places instead, like Orlando, or even international destinations. In August 2025 alone, tourist arrivals fell by 6.7% compared to the previous year. That's roughly 230,000 fewer visitors. It was also the 8th month in a row where the number of people coming to Vegas went down. And while big events still draw crowds, the everyday flow of visitors, couples, families, convention groups, and weekend travelers is clearly thinning out. Yet it gets even worse because local businesses, especially those away from the Strip, are feeling the impact the hardest. Many are seeing fewer customers and lower income. For this reason, some have cut their hours. Others have closed their doors completely. And behind all the glitz and noise, there's a growing feeling that Las Vegas might be losing its hold on the industry it once dominated. The pandemic left deep wounds, but what's more troubling now is how slow the recovery has been. It hasn't bounced back with the strength or speed that city leaders expected. And that's exactly why so many eyes are now on Formula One. This isn't just about fast cars and celebrities. It's about the chance to restart an economy that's clearly slowing down. But before we talk about what the Grand Prix could offer, we need to look at what it costs and who's actually positioned to win. F1 Grand Prix, the billion-dollar gamble. Is Las Vegas betting on the right answer? The Las Vegas Grand Prix isn't just another event on the racing calendar. It's one of the most expensive and most high-profile races in Formula One history. It's a full-blown mega event built to shock, impress, and light up the entire city. And it's expected to generate nearly $1 billion in economic impact. Last year's Grand Prix brought in about $934 million across southern Nevada. That number covers everything from hotel stays, fine dining, shopping, transportation, and of course, the race itself. During this event, around 175,000 visitors came from outside the area, and they spent freely. On average, each guest dropped more than $2,400, and that doesn't even include the cost of the race tickets. With these rich guests all over the Strip, luxury suites sold out, high-end restaurants had record-breaking weekends, and although resorts raised their room rates, they still filled every room. So on paper, the event looks like a huge win, but there's a problem. Putting on this race wasn't cheap. Estimates show that organizing the Las Vegas Grand Prix cost over $500 million, with most of that money coming from Formula One, Liberty Media, MGM Resorts, and other major partners. The expenses covered road resurfacing, new lighting, security, staffing, and massive marketing pushes. And that still doesn't count the indirect costs, including the traffic jams, temporary business closures, and the extra strain on city services. So yes, the numbers look impressive, But a big question hangs over everything. Can this be repeated every year? Is this a long-term boost to the economy, or just a temporary sugar rush with a massive bill attached? Because a billion-dollar weekend sounds great, until you realize it might cost almost that much just to make it happen. And who really benefits from the event? Up next, we'll break down who's really benefiting from this mega event, and who might be getting left behind in the dust. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel to get updates on every new video about Las Vegas. Who wins? Who loses? As expected, every big gamble creates winners and losers, and the Formula One tourism push in Las Vegas is no different. At first glance, the winners look easy to spot. In the previous Vegas Grand Prix, the major resorts on the Strip, the luxury casinos, and the international hotel brands all came out on top. They pulled in millions during race week as premium hotel packages sold out months before the event, and some suites went for tens of thousands of dollars a night. The big companies were celebrating record profits. The reality just a few blocks away looked completely different. Local businesses, the small diners, corner cafes, and family-run shops were struggling. Many said foot traffic dropped sharply during race week, and the main reason was simple. Roads were closed, parking was limited, and whole sections of the city were basically off limits unless you had a race ticket. Several shop owners explained that they had to shut down for days, not because they wanted to, but because customers literally couldn't reach them. And when a small business closes for even one weekend, the loss hits hard. Accessibility also became a huge issue. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is a high-end event with high-end prices. General admission tickets were limited, and most viewing spots were designed for VIPs, sponsors, and international tourists. That left many Las Vegas locals feeling like outsiders in their own city. Additionally, public transit was rerouted. Rideshare wait times stretched for hours, and for many residents, the whole weekend felt more stressful than exciting. Yes, the event brought worldwide attention to Las Vegas. Yes, it pumped money into the economy. But that money didn't spread evenly. Once again, we saw the same pattern. Short bursts of profit for the top players, and long, frustrating disruptions for the people who actually live and work in the area. And now the real question hangs over the city. Is Formula One a true tourism boost for everyone in Las Vegas, or just another polished event that helps a few? While everyone else deals with the fallout, watch what happens next, because we dive deeper into the aftermath of the Grand Prix. What happens after the race? When the engines die down, the grandstands go back to being empty. The Strip streetlights go back to their normal shine, and the big question becomes even clearer. What actually happens after the checkered flag waves? For Las Vegas, the Grand Prix has never just been about one exciting weekend. The real test is what comes next, and that's where the stakes get even higher. If you look at Singapore, that city turned its Formula One race into something far bigger than a sporting event. Over there, the Grand Prix connects directly to major tourism campaigns, international business meetings, and cultural events that take over the entire city. Their race doesn't boost the economy for only 3 days, it lifts the entire season. That's the model Las Vegas hopes to follow, but the path forward doesn't look simple. Right after the 2024 race, early signs suggested that the excitement wasn't carrying over. Visitor numbers slipped, summer travel stayed slow, and even conventions, the backbone of Las Vegas for decades, still haven't bounced back to the levels before the pandemic. Some experts are warning about an event bubble, where a city gets a temporary wave of money and attention, only to see everything drop once the hype disappears. This is a real concern for Las Vegas. If Formula One turns into a once-a-year adrenaline rush without long-term improvements in infrastructure, policy, or diverse attractions, then its impact will fade fast. For this reason, the truth is straightforward. No single event, no matter how massive, can save an entire city on its own. Lasting tourism depends on affordable experiences for everyday visitors, not just luxury packages. It needs strong public transit, enough hotel options for all kinds of travelers, and real support for small local businesses, not only the big resorts and casinos. If Las Vegas wants to stay strong after race weekend ends, it'll need to face some tough questions. What kind of destination does it want to become? Who is it truly serving? And can the excitement of Formula One be part of a bigger, long-term revival instead of just a quick spark? The next few years will give us the answers. So, whether or not the Las Vegas Grand Prix will save Las Vegas tourism, that's a bold idea, and it isn't impossible. Formula One does bring global attention, prestige, and wealthy visitors who spend freely and expect a top-tier service. On top of that, it creates a media moment that spreads across the world. But the real picture is more complicated. This race isn't just a sports event. It represents a city fighting to reinvent itself, a city trying to recover, a city trying to show that it can be more than gambling, more than conventions, and more than the old stories people already know. Still, the main problem remains. A billion-dollar weekend can't fix an entire year of economic trouble, because flashy lights don't replace a solid foundation. Sure, Formula One can make the Strip roar for a few exciting nights, but what happens afterward? What about the quiet weeks, the slow months, the small businesses still waiting for regular customers, the workers whose hours were cut, the locals who are wondering if their home is slowly turning into a theme park for tourists? These are the questions that will determine whether Formula One becomes a real solution or just another expensive distraction. Will Formula One save Las Vegas tourism? It might help, but it won't be enough on its own. Las Vegas needs more than horsepower. It needs direction. It needs balance. And most importantly, it needs a plan that includes everyone, not just the VIPs sitting in box seats. So, do you think that the long-awaited Vegas Grand Prix will be different from the previous one? Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and click here to check out another video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel.